Hello everyone, welcome back to Elder Rain's channel, where we play Torrents of the Spellhoarder with April, Joe, John and Tommy. I would like to ask you to please introduce your characters and let's get sailing.
All right. Hello, I am April. I'm playing Mayra Deepscar of the Azure Abyss. She is a Triton, Paladin, Oath of the Open Water Sea.
Hi, my name is Joe. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you, April. Go ahead.
I'm babbling incoherently. Go, Joe. Do it.
That's okay. My name is Joe, and I'm playing Rax, and he's a Wormslayer Ranger.
I'm John, and I'll be playing Ko, the Echo Knight, who is still in desperate need, though he has not vocalized it, that he wants to buy a magical pipe while he is here. Hasn't happened yet, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Also a turtle.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
Also,
Turtle.
Turtle Prince.
Yeah, Turtle Prince. Yeah. We can fight this.
He's very, very humble about it.
Yeah, humble.
Both about being a turtle and being a prince.
He's always like, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
Hey everyone, Tommy here. I'm playing Feromalars, the young bronze dragon ranger in training.
Yep.
Who's a better ranger than Rax?
So,
An urban ranger. It's kind of like an urban cowboy.
Yeah.
oh, we'll have an urban ranger in our next adventure. Subclass.
Ooh, spoilers, yes.
Yes.
You
So,
say you're going to have an urban cowboy subclass?
urban ranger.
Oh, urban ranger. I truly didn't hear. I was like,
Okay.
What?
that's going to be amazing.
Oh, man. This is going to be one of those sessions where you move 10 feet.
Shooting the ballista.
Because the party stops every two. Well, what are you? I don't know. Sorry. Okay.
Focus. Let's do a bit of a recap. So we are here in steamy jungle atmosphere or environment. You're on the sea with the flame drake. It is disguised as a silver dragon ship, and you have found the body of the late and unfortunately dead Lord Rinavaram Shatterwind of Clan Shatterwind, who are one of the 6 ruling clans of Santaros. He has fallen to his death in front of an enormous waterfall which hides a puzzle with a lot of pieces that he was recording in written form. And he was drawing these images in a book and trying to solve it. And in his possessions, you have found a couple of things like this beautiful little adamantine bridge, which is obviously magical. And you have found a couple of doses from a certain brown liquid which pulsates with magical energies, similar to the ones you have already seen. Probably distilled from a node of power, an orb of some sort of magic. Definitely not the enchantment orb of enchantment, because that was purple. This one's brown. And you have also found a couple of empty vials which contain a bit of a residue from the same brown liquid. So he was consuming these raw energies while he was conducting his research at this place, and somehow he died. You haven't really found out yet how he died. So
Well, he fell.
He fell, yeah, but why he fell is a question. So what happened was, after you found the body
And a
the...
note. Sorry, important note. In this.
Oh, you have found the note, which Tommy will help me find and read it while I'm telling
Sure,
the rest.
I have it in front of me.
Oh, because my prepared co-DM.
500 gold pieces GP per dose. Max 5 doses per week. First day of the week. Shorak Sore's bones. leave money under rock at fourth rib, pick up doses after 2 days.
Exactly.
And we know that Shoraxor's bones
Let me zoom in on the map for kind viewers.
is marked there.
Yeah,
The topmost island of the Windshield Islands.
we called it Dead Drop here on the map. Lord Rinovarm Shatterwind, with all his might, power, knowledge of magic, and immense wealth, went probably to this place to purchase something from someone, and had this note on himself. Well, he might not have gone there yet, but for some reason he had this note on himself about the dead drop. Actually, I think Mero knew or heard from somewhere where the bones of this Shoraxor's bones, this dragon's bones are, and it's marked in there as a dead drop. So you fought 5 young dragons, a clutch of rats, who were living here on the top of the cliffs, hunting, and you found their treasure. And before you did so, or after that, you escorted on Feromalars's back. You took all of the slaves or ex-slaves, now freemen, to Lord Slisandor Yestriel, and to his estate, to his residence within the inlet in the gullet, where Feromalars was greeted with
Respect,
with much respect and love, and all, as were all of these fortunate souls who've been saved previously from the clutches of Clan Estrilax, but now they can continue their lives as free people here, basically hiding amongst the court, in the court of Lord Yestriel.
And we have a formal invitation, yeah?
And yeah, that's why I wanted to continue, that Lord Yestriel has invited you, and you decided to meet him and travel around dragons.
And actually, sorry, side note, he is also against the communal, defense effort against the Sahuagin.
Oh yeah, you have found that on a letter, actually, a proof of that.
He refused to cooperate, and politically we might want to get him to change his mind.
But why you are here and what you're doing, don't forget your goal. You want to somehow distract. Well, there are probably several thoughts running through your heads and several options that you can pursue, but one of the goals was to get Morgar distracted somehow, and you wanted to blame it on the Sahuagin and somehow lure Morgar to the Sahuagins so that you can liberate the city of Arbanshee, which is obviously the on top of Aishlin's head. So I mean, he's trying to drive it that way, and he's talking about this and thinking about all of this. While Enris, on the other hand, he's all about the slaves. Let's go meet Lord Yestriel. He knows Lord Yestriel personally. He is speaking very highly of the Lord, and you will see how free people live there. And this is what should, this should be spread all over Sunders. He knows it's quite an undertaking, changing the status quo and breaking the wheel. But they are. You see him being very dedicated and taking this enormous task ahead very seriously, especially because he has one of the 6 ruling clans behind him, namely Lord Yestriel.
This is Enris, or
this is Enris. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just telling how dedicated he is, and how he backs up all of his ideology and these seemingly impossible goals with the fact that it's Lord Yestriel. I mean, it's not a minor clan or whatever. This is one of the council members, one of the 6 council members. And if someone, then he can. We must trust him to do so. And you helped a lot, and let's meet him. And he's such a great person, a wise man, and an avid, follower of Ishara and her ideologies. The one who 200 years ago did the rebellion and basically formed the children of the Kuffle, who rebelled against.
And which was squashed,
Yeah.
by the way. So short rebellion.
Yeah. So there you go. I give you word. You're on top of the ship. It looks like a silver dragon ship. You have the Rod of the Unseen Crew. You have Mara behind the wheels. Oh, and one more thing I would like to add. I'm sorry, here on the map, I would like to show. There was a column of smoke rising here
Right.
from the jungle. But yeah, that's that.
Is it still rising?
It's not. It's not there anymore.
It's falling.
Should we sail by the coast and look at least?
So
Which channel
right.
should we leave?
Yeah. I'm interested in whichever way is the fastest. Since we apparently the only way to get there is because the only way to get there is we have to come out back into the main
Ship. Yeah.
right,
So
and then we have to go around
the
right,
peninsula.
Right, okay.
Right, yeah.
Right, and you said we could cross 4 squares in a day. Is that
Yeah,
right?
4 or
squares,
5. I
depending
will
on the
check.
weather. Yeah,
I'll check
depending on the
this
weather. So it's going to take us.
It's eight hexes. the
Okay,
trip.
so at a minimum, it is going to take us like a day and a half to
Yeah.
get there.
6,
So we're already, yeah.
8.
So a dragon ship moves 5 hexes a day.
Okay,
It's a fast one, so not all the ships move this fast.
right.
Yeah, a day and a
So,
half.
yeah.
Or should I fly out? Scout.
I feel like you've done a lot of flying lately. Maybe take a
Hey,
rest. We'll
I'll
do the
take a
shit.
swim. I'll take a swim instead.
Nice.
He can't stay put. He wants to go.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just, you've been doing all this flying, we've been doing all this fighting. I don't want to bring danger to you. Basically, I'm saying I'm worried about you.
Oh, you're not coming then.
But don't forget you're
Oh,
all injured.
you thought I was going to do it with you, right? Yeah. No, let's take a flight. We'll do it. Yeah. No, I was planning on coming. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Right. So,
That's what friends are for.
So you fly out to check.
I agree.
I think go ahead and then, sorry, I can't get the pointer to work. I was trying to point.
Oh, you just do this.
Okay, right. Do you guys see where I'm pointing my finger? So let's head to that top channel since Lars wants to check out the smoke. Head towards that top channel and then with the ship and hug the coast, then moving around.
Okay, so
Does that make sense? Since I can't
they
figure out how
they will
point
catch up with you, I guess. That's the plan. So you leave. They are much faster.
to see it now.
Fly
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Let me see.
Here. Do you see my little pointer?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stop.
It's very nice.
It's a nice little
It was a
blue
pretty
pointer.
blue color.
Very fashionable.
Thank you.
All right.
Everybody's going to want one.
Yeah. Okay, so so Rex climbs on Fermalars's back, and then you're off. He takes to the air. A split thought again comes to you. it would be nice to have a saddle, but then you hold on very tight, and you're up in the air. He's very strong, and as he moves his wings and pushes forward in the air, you just see the whole terrain going, diminutive below you, and you can see the ship from above, and you take. You fly over the Gulf, and the Gulf of Dreamers Gulf, I'm sorry. And as you fly close to the shore, you can see where once there was a pillar of smoke rising, now you can see a ruined village on the shore, burned to the ashes. Basically, that's what you see from above.
Okay. I take a closer dive, but not, don't land, just look around from the air.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like a red dragon attack? Does it
No.
have the evidence of like?
There are. So I mean, what you see is you can see a couple of dead bodies lying around. They don't seem to be burned if you're watching from above. There are no burn marks on the ground around the people like red dragons would leave, around. It's the houses burned down. Okay?
Any movement at all?
No,
Survivors?
no movement, just dead bodies lying on the shore and within the village. Mostly human, I mean, all of them humanoid figures, but you're a bit high, so if you want to go down and check them out, you can land and see them.
Should be. It seems safe. I don't
Maybe
see any
Maybe
movement.
maybe just do a quick peek.
Okay, so you land on the shore close to the sea, and there are a couple of bodies, actually corpses, lying around, and you can see that they are villagers, mostly men who were wielding some sort of a very, I would say, simple, not primitive, but simple weapons, so like pitchforks and clubs and stuff. They were killed by weapons, mostly. But let me give you into this. They obviously fought something in large numbers. There's if you roll a survival check, you can do a bit of a tracking. Some of them, on their bodies you can see. Roll some sort of a medicine, perception, and survival skill checks, whichever.
I'm gonna use my inspiration and do that again.
I didn't see a roll.
Boom! It was a 16.
16 on survival.
19 for survival.
Okay, so you can.
Son of a gun.
You can. Well, you confidently say what Ferromalars also states and notes, that there's been a fight of humanoids, and you can see the footprints of webbed feet. Probably.
Take a smell.
It smells like fish. It's probably Sahuagin.
Sahuagin.
And you can see now you realize what you're seeing. You can see the bite marks and the spear wounds on these dead people. Now
Immediately Lars looks to the sea.
Yeah, now you can
scans the sea.
You can also see that there is like a couple of dozen of these people, but the village probably had way more people. But you don't see a massacre of children, women, and everybody. It's just a couple of people who took weapons and fought them. The rest are basically missing. So as you look into the village, where there are these crumbled, burned buildings, you don't see bodies lying everywhere. It's just these few people who took up some arms and tried to protect their kin.
Footprints, like a lot of footprints then, leaving the place?
Yeah, a lot of footprints, not just leaving, but coming in everywhere on the shore. There was a fight, and then you can see that all of these footprints, of course, are on the shore and leading into the sea, basically, at the end.
What you say to the idea that we take one of these bodies when we go meet with his lord. If we need to convince him further, we can say, look, your own village was intact. They're already here. And we could lie down the body, show him them bite marks. What do you think about that?
Or some kind of evidence.
Right.
We can
I think that's a capital idea.
Mayra can't speak to the dead, right?
No.
No, but she can bring them back and they can join a crew. No, nobody can. Well, maybe Anders can. One of them spell slaves.
You already explored this option earlier, and he can't.
They can.
Or maybe the Lord, if he's got a
Maybe.
wizard, maybe he can do it.
Okay. So
Alright, take a corpse.
you grab the corpse
Oh, let's get a nasty one.
by its waist.
But Gabi, so sorry, the people were taken into the sea because then they, you know. Then Lars asks, how is that possible? All the footprints lead into the sea.
Wait,
What
you
is where it come
can't determine this with such precision. With such precision, it's a lot of footprints on the shore.
But there was a fight going on.
There was a fight going on, and there's been a couple of days. You rolled 19. What you can determine here is that a lot of people were taken to the shore for some reason, and there's been a fight, and people are missing, which is not your survival check. It's just the bare fact that they are not there and their bodies
Yeah,
are
I
not
understand
there.
that.
Okay.
Alright.
So, what happens next is you take to the air and go back to the ship, I guess. So the ship, Mara prepares. Let's switch cameras. Mara prepares the ship. All aboard. And ding ding, and you take the rod, and you command the unseen crew, and the unseen crew unfolds the wings, which are the sails of the ship, which glitter in the sun as it shines, and it's silver, absolutely illusionary image, and the ship slowly starts to move from the shore, and you take the top channel. You turn it to face the top channel, the northern channel by the shore, and start slowly taking up pace. Let's see a weather here.
So they're coming back to
Tommy,
the
can
ship.
you help me with
Are they-
weather? I'm really into 100 different places. Go
I'm
ahead.
assuming-
Table, you mean, or
Yeah,
rolling?
roll for weather. Go ahead, Mara or April. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Rax and Lars come back to the ship. Are they telling us?
Wait, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
So, the ship picks up pace. I would like to hear Tommy's.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. I think that's
That's beautiful weather, right? Calm
light
weather.
wind.
Oh, light wind.
Half speed.
Half. So there's not much wind. Yeah. So it's a slow pace, and I'm going to put Enris like here. Yep. So it's a slow pace, and the weather is very calm, and you actually wish for more intense wind so that you can move faster, but also you're navigating through a very narrow channel, so it's probably good as it is. When you see Feromelars as a tiny little dragon spot in the air, you don't even see Rax on his back, flying towards you with something in his claws.
Love.
And then you look down into the water, and you can see a dark amorphous shape around and below the ship.
Uh-oh.
You can see a lot of these shapes in a swarming below your ship, basically. So as you look down for a bit maybe with a worried expression, Enris and Aishlin also runs to the side of the ship and looks down into the waters. And as Feromelars comes closer with Rax on his back, they can clearly see from above that there is a swarm of creatures gathering and coming up from the depth under your ship. What do you guys do?
Does Lars see that that the people on the ship are aware of the danger?
Yes. Well, everybody's just met the danger. So they're looking down. You have a better point of view, so you can see clearly that it's a huge, like 50 feet across swarm of creature of some sort of medium creatures getting closer and closer to the ship.
Okay.
Does the ship fly?
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
You have the chariot, which can fly, for example, but not the ship.
Right.
Oh, that's right, because Aishlin took the chariot.
I think Ko, once noticing, would yell "brace for impact." He would get his echo on the other side of the ship, wherever if there isn't, hoping that anybody we don't have any extra people. I guess they've all been transported. So he would be getting in battle mode for sure. Go ahead. No, I was finished. You're good.
Okay. So we're aware that this swirling, so it's kind of like a brace of sharks almost, right? In kind of a localized area.
It's dark.
I mean, I'm not saying it is sharks. I'm saying, like, if you've ever looked down and you see
It feels like that.
What a great word. Brace of shark.
And how about, can I get a sense of how deep they are?
1 second and I'll let you
Or how many creatures it's composed of? Or...
I'm doing so many things simultaneously.
Can I help you out then?
Yes, please, because
some help?
I need some help there.
Is it a variant?
It's the Raiders in the Dark.
Raiders in the dark.
I'm just preparing these beauties here for you to see. Which I should have done before.
That opening Rhodes keyboard diamonds at the top of the doors.
It's gargantuan.
Oh, I say what?
Yeah. So it has a 50 feet wide.
Yeah.
What gargantuan? I thought
What's gargantuan?
The
I thought there was
size of the
humanoid.
swarm.
the swarm together. Okay, great.
I thought it was a swarm of gargantuan creatures.
Oh no, we're not that
Time to
evil.
retire.
Okay. So
Time to retire.
how deep are they right about now?
Well, what depth are they coming from, Tommy? Can you please help me?
Well,
I'll
looking
be
at
with you
the
in a
monster.
second.
The monster is page 451.
Don't look at the monsters.
Okay.
Look at the depth of the
Yeah. One second.
thingy. And I'll be here with you. Now I'm here. Yep. Oh, they're coming up from they are below ship about, let's say, 400 feet at the moment.
Okay.
So very deep. They are coming from somewhere and rising to your ship very fast, actually. So you have a minute and they're there.
Okay.
Even less, maybe half a minute.
Okay.
check their
Mayra is gonna move to
Half a minute.
the helm or wherever to be able to see where they are, and brace herself when they hit 300 feet. So, like in the next, 5 seconds or whatever it is, I'm gonna cast Control Water, and cast whirlpool. Use the whirlpool effect.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So it's 50 feet wide at the top, 25 feet tall, and so you said they were 50 feet as a gargantuan. So waiting for that moment of wherever they are, so that the whirlpool itself will encompass all of
Alright.
them.
Alright,
Yeah.
one sec. If Gabby, I'm telling you, if it's the variant one, which it is in the location, then it's bigger. It's 100-foot space because there's larger shapes as well.
Wait. No, I'm using the variant.
Alright, so then it's 50.
Okay.
Okay, so you cover them.
Okay, so they're caught. So that will then put the whirlpool effect of a vortex, and any creature or object in the water and within 25 feet of the vortex. So the vortex is 50 feet wide at the top, 25 feet tall, and then any creature within the vortex and within 25 feet, they get pulled toward it. And so they're basically caught in this vortex. A creature can swim away by making a strength check against your spell save DC. Anytime a creature enters the vortex for the first time or starts its turn there, it has to make a strength saving throw. On a fail, they take 2d8 bludgeoning and are caught in the vortex until the spell ends. On a success, the creature takes half damage, isn't caught, and they can try to swim away, but they have disadvantage on their strength check. And then each time that they're in it, they continue to take 2d8 bludgeoning.
Okay, let's go step by step.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, it's kind of a not. Yeah, it's a little.
No, it's okay. It's just getting out and following. So if they get out, how do you move it? How do you move it on them again to get them back? That's my only question there. Please keep thinking about it. But let's go before that. You just hit them with this vortex, underwater vortex. I would like to, Tommy, ask you to please check out the area, effect.
I think if it covers the entire area, then
The damage, is it same damage, right? It's not
same damage.
yeah. All right. So what happens is you cast the spell. Do they?
Well, actually, I don't know because
Yeah,
each
that's
creature
right.
would get damaged. So I would rule that it's
No.
time.
Don't rule anything. Just check the unit rules, please.
Okay.
If there is any, note on. I think we ruled that there's no extra damage for the unit as a whole. So, do they take damage automatically first damage, or they need to make a save first?
Let me look at it again. So, let's see. When a creature enters for the first or starts its turn, it makes a strength save. And on a fail, it will take either full damage or a success, they'll take half damage.
Okay, very interestingly, they have, as a unit, they have strength ability check bonuses, but they don't have saves, which is cool, because as an individual creature within there, in the swarm, they can fight this better than as if they were swarms. So let me roll.
Yeah,
Let's-
the DC is 17.
I add +1 and roll. Oh! That's a 17. Okay,
There you go.
what happens? You stand on the... You look down and stand by the railing and you cast the spell and you can see this ward. You wait for them to get closer. What's the distance you cast this at?
So the range of the spell is 300 feet.
Oh, okay. So I guess you cast it at 300 feet, right?
Yeah.
So you just wait a bit. You can see they are coming very, very fast. And then you cast the spell, you hold your holy symbol, and then the water starts to foam and move and twirl and there's this vortex that catches the whole swarm, and you can see that they separate, like they break up and they come together, kind of avoiding your vortex, saving against it. So
So if they save
that?
against it, so the way that control water works, you choose the following. You choose one of the effects when you cast the spell, and then as an action on your turn, you can repeat the same effect or choose a different one. So since they're 300 feet down,
can you move it?
well, that's what I was going to say. Is it sounds like every turn. So however many turns I get as they're coming up in the thing, I can keep changing the effect, or you can reuse the whirlpool effect. But so I think it's just a determination of how many effects we can get. So maybe as part of the next one, instead of the whirlpool, there is a part water. So the water in the area, which is like 100-foot cube, you can move apart and create a trench, and the water forms a wall.
Okay. Hold on one sec. I simplify this for you and for all of us.
Okay.
So the effect takes area in a 100 feet by 100 feet cube.
Yeah.
So within that cube, you control or you created an effect. You cannot change the area. So this is the area, 100 times 100. You can change the effect every turn as an action. You choose whirlpool, which affects a 20 feet, 25 feet tall, 50 feet wide area, which I ruled it covers all of these, all
Right.
the swarm, which is 50 feet wide. But you can only play around with these within this 100 feet cube. If they leave this 100 feet cube, they left the area where you control
Sure.
water. So what I'm saying here is that they move 80 feet around. I say you can try twice. So next turn, you move another section, the top, you made a whirlpool in the bottom section of this cube. Now you make a whirlpool on the top section. Try
But
to catch them.
I'm not doing the whirlpool.
You don't want to do that.
Starting water. So the idea is that within that cube of where they are, there would suddenly be, as they're trying to swim up, the water goes and disappears, which drops them
Back to the
back
bottom.
down.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the next action, do the whirlpool again.
You can so this
and I
wins
was
you.
gonna say-
This wins you two whirlpools instead of one because they drop back to the 100 feet. They drop
Yeah.
back 100 feet. Next turn you start the whirlpool. Let's not count. They move less than the area, so you can do it twice. So this is what happens. These are 3 rounds. I would like to also ask others to do whatever you guys want.
Yeah, and whatever everybody else is doing, she's just kind of creating some chaos, holding them down.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
And hopefully doing some damage.
And
with
if you
it.
catch them in the whirlpool, which I'm going to read in a moment because it's in front of me, then you can keep them there, right? Until they
Yeah.
save. Yeah.
But she can do that indefinitely, even if they fail, because then she could repeat the dropping thing again, and until the concentration of the spell.
Right,
Full
because
water.
I'm assuming they can only swim at most if they're swimming at full
We
speed.
will,
they're maybe like-
we will see their wisdom checks and everything. If they are affected twice by the drop, maybe third time they won't come to. We'll see. Let's move one by one. Tommy, please take a hold of Enris, and let's not forget he cannot shoot 2 lightning bolts in one round, which I just learned recently after 35 years of playing D&D. And
Yay, sorcerers.
yeah, it's just that you can do a cantrip and an action spell, not 2
No,
action spells. But anyway,
Right.
Anybody else? So, I mean, they are 300 feet. Sometimes they are 300 feet, sometimes they are closer, but never 200 feet. Never closer than 200 feet. You want to shoot in there, I don't know, your range. You guys want to jump into the water and whatever. Whatever you guys want to do. Breath weapon.
What's that? Should I drop you on the deck?
No. I'm gonna keep circling around with you. We'll pick them all from the sky, and Rax is gonna cast Control Water. No, I'm kidding.
I thought, yeah, that would be fun.
Control water on the water. No, I think he's gonna, as long as Ferromalar stays in the sky, he's gonna take advantage of being up there and the height, and try to pick off whatever is about to emerge.
Well, this is
take some shots.
swarm that is being controlled single-handedly by Mara at the moment. So until you come up with anything,
I'm thinking about becoming a cleric. Look at all that.
and until Tommy says something Enris would do, let's go and do April. Let's do the rolls here and see how this progresses. So,
John,
Enris casts a water breathing in the first round.
All right.
Just in case.
So I'm rolling. You part water. They fall back. You can see them moving very clumsily as they fall, but it's all underwater. And then you crush them again with the whirlpool. And as soon as they emerge, I mean, they fall. They start swimming up or organize themselves. Not too much. I mean, they're not coming in an order. They are swarming. And then you hit them with the whirlpool again in the same 100 feet cube area. And I roll, okay?
Okay.
Bing bong, that's a failed save. So roll for damage, please.
Remember your old pal Bing Bong?
Alrighty, so it's not a lot of damage. It's
All damage is damage.
10 points of damage.
And
And
now what happens that they are stuck there?
on a failed save, they take bludgeoning damage, and they're caught in the vortex until the spell ends.
Ooh.
And if you're caught in the vortex,
Oh, they can make something extra.
each turn that you're in the vortex, you continue to take 2d8 bludgeoning damage. It does say that a creature caught in the vortex can use its action to try to swim away, but they have disadvantage on their strength check to do so. It's an athletics check. And they
Okay.
get so they can try. They can keep trying to swim away, and each round that they're caught in that vortex, they're going to keep taking 2d8 damage.
Well, let's see how quick they can escape, okay? This is gonna be a rapid chain of D20 checks that I'm gonna do here. They have +5 as a group to push, lift, do whatever, but I'm not gonna allow them to use this on their strengths ability check because they are not working in unison to get away from the vortex. So this is not their collective strengths. This is them individually trying to get out of this. So every turn, we'll see how many 2d8s you can roll and how many rounds you guys have to prepare, do whatever. Okay? All agreed? All in favor?
Yeah,
And they do this with disadvantage, right? That's what you said.
right. It's an athletics at a disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. That's why it rolls twice. So this is one second. I'm sorry, second round. They escape with disadvantage. So you can roll 1 damage again.
That's 6 points.
I'm making notes here, literally with pen and paper, and they get out of the area. That's what the rule says, right?
They escape
Swim
the
away
vortex.
from the vortex. Okay. Now let's roll an initiative and see if you can catch them with the vortex before they leave the complete area, because you have more area than the vortex to control, or not. Okay.
Okay, so I'm rolling initiative.
Against. Let me show you here. It's very soon. Oh, 15. That's great.
That's codes. That's codes.
Oh, that's codes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so 21 for me.
I have to put a cone on my dog real quick.
Do that. It's a 5, DC 5 to be quicker than them.
7.
So, but still,
It's a 12 for Rax for initiative.
it's still more. But you don't have to. Others, you don't have to. Only others don't have to roll. It's Mara who tries to catch them before they leave the area of the spell. So one last chance to catch them all. They will roll
with the dropping thing, no? To drop them again.
Well, they get out of the area that he wants to get. She has an don't mix this up. She has 2 options to catch them in the vortex. This is the second one, and then they can go left and right. So I mean, they're not that dumb to go back, down, up, down, up. I mean, they're not enclosed in this 100 feet at all. Their save is 16. What was your DC? 17?
17.
Okay. Roll your damage. You can smash them. You can see them swirling like like little marbles in the
Another 4 points of damage.
in a glass of water. And now they try to get away with this. Again, this is a chance for you
Right.
to keep them in the vortex. I mean, it's a
So they
chance.
do. Right. So it's disadvantage on an athletics check.
Disadvantage. They roll with the +1 on a d20, and I'm gonna roll. Each failed roll gives you 2d8 bludgeoning damage. This is bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes.
Let's see. First round. Failed. Second, failed. Did you notice the 2 20s?
I did.
Third round, failed. Fourth round, failed. Fifth round, failed. This is how it works. They can't get out. The creature can swing away
Right.
from the
But the spell is only 10 minutes. So
Oh,
I would
that's
say
that's 100.
different-
That's 100 rounds for 200
Never mind,
d8s.
that's right. That's right. I forgot. Okay, never mind.
I'm just
Going-
trying to see if this is the only way they can get away. But I like it. I don't think there's another way. Yeah.
That's all it says. A creature caught in the vortex can use its action to try to swim away, but has disadvantage on the strength check.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nasty.
And as long as it stays in the
This is
vortex,
fifth.
every turn or each round it remains in the vortex, it continues to take.
Let's.
It's a 5th level spell. So
Yes, yes.
I hope it's effective.
It will be effective, but let's see what Cole wants to do before we continue. This is 5th round, or maybe the 8th altogether, or 9th, but this is the 5th failed. Let's remember. I'm gonna put a note here. 5th.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Once Ko sees that Mara is like also navigating, but also getting ready to cast and kind of balancing that, he would have moved the Echo to be like to tail her, that he could be there in a second, and Ko would be like bouncing back and forth from wherever side she's not, kind of in the middle of the ship, just ready to go, but not diving in, and just yelling, "Go, Mara!" Because he's looking over every time. It's working, just trying to encourage. And
Yeah. So what happened was you're very excited and popping up here and there and checking the waters, and what's happening is Mara almost could not catch them, but then caught them, and they seem to be stuck in the whirlpool, and like a very aggressive washing machine, it's just rotating these creatures down there. Don't roll for your roll, because you will have the opportunity. You might have the opportunity to roll a huge number of d8s here. This was the 5th. Let's see the 6th.
Enris can cast a spell.
Tommy, you're interrupting. Okay, what does he want to cast?
Ice Storm.
So can he cast it in range there?
Yeah, sure. 300 feet.
How many ice storms can he do?
1.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Ice
that's
Storm.
a dexterity saving throw of 14.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep rolling these because I have it set up. 1 sec. Wait, April, what are you rolling there? This was the 6th.
I'm up to 85 points of damage total that's been done to these guys.
Wait, this is the 6th turn. 7th fail. 8th, fail. 9th, fail. 10th, success. So 18d8, please.
Okay. But if I would have rolled better with that 54 I hit, but we'll do 18.
You want to roll separate? How many dice did you roll before?
No, I was on. I would have had 3 more to do. So,
You can do whichever way you prefer.
It looks so pretty.
yeah, I would have. I rolled. Let's see, that's 87 points of damage. Yeah, it probably comes out to about the same. So,
Let's see the save for Enris's Ice Storm.
Dexterity.
It's a fail.
yeah,
Nope. Okay,
So that's-
that's
87, and then I'd already done 20 points, so a
Yes.
total of 107.
107.
it's bludgeoning and cold damage.
You can roll it all together. They're not resistant to either. As you know.
Yeah, I know.
But for the audience at home,
Oh, yeah.
Anybody do some call lightning right down in the middle of that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I can call lightning.
25.
So then Enris just reaches out and underwater there are these boulders just appear with ice storm breaking loose and huge chunks of ice actually float to the top of the water after the spell was cast, but you can still see them swarming. There's a bit of blood there in the water. I mean, it gets all dark, even darker, and some dark blood comes up as they are in the vortex below. The blood seeps up to the top, and you can see it being black. Anybody else doing anything? This is like about 13, 14, 15 rounds, and over a minute and a half. Any actions you want to take? Enris can maybe do something or wait to get them in range.
Enris is 100-foot lightning bolt. I mean, he could
waits.
go. He could go into the water, but that's risky shit. So probably not.
Don't say shit.
Yeah.
We have children
Yes,
watching.
my bad.
That's right, Tommy. Don't say shit.
Well, I'm glad we just set the bar because I was about to say something very different. So
The bar is below shit. It seems. So go ahead.
And Lars also waits, I think.
Okay.
Um,
So once they get out of the vortex and they get out of this 100 feet cube, they just swarm around it and they start swimming up. Eventually they get, you caught them for a minute, but they are coming up. Any other control waters there?
we have some scrolls, by the way.
Oh, you do, yes. You got it
Yeah.
from Lord Rinovarm's backpack.
Yeah, but I can't use scrolls.
Everybody can use scrolls.
Yeah, you
I
can.
thought the ruling was that you can only use scrolls from your, because that was what happened before. I had all those cloud kills and everything, but I can't use anything because they're not.
It's on your list.
It's on your spell list, so you can cast it. If you can cast it, you can use it as a scroll.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can't cast any of the scrolls that we've gotten other than detect evil and good. And
How do you cast control water?
maybe they're good.
and jump. Those are the scrolls out of
But
everything
control
we have.
water comes from your.
I don't
What?
have a control water. Oh, you're talking about my spell
Yes,
for control water?
the one you just
I
cast.
thought you were talking about-
April, I thought you were saying I can't cast control water.
Yeah, no, the control water comes from her oath because it's an oath of the open sea.
Is it
So
a
I have
spell on your spell list, or is it a channel ability?
No, it's a spell,
You can cast
On my list.
on your, so
Yeah.
you can use the scroll in this case.
but I don't have a scroll.
But you
You do.
do.
Where did I get a control water scroll? I don't have it written
From
down.
Roald Rinovarm Shatterwind's backpack.
Oh, that's because she didn't search his back. She didn't go. Remember, she didn't loot anything. She left everything because she was like, "We're bringing the body back, and this is his stuff." So she didn't take any of. She didn't look through any of it.
Okay, well, this is a moral dilemma.
His corpse.
It's there. It's
There you
there.
go.
It's just how you want to use it or not. It's there. You know it's there. It's his, but it's there. They swim up. There are
And as
many.
we're going around,
There are
is
so
it
many.
possible?
Yep.
Is it possible as we're going around, when we come around the ship at some point, as they're coming up on the ship, can I do a gust of wind as we come across the ship to kind of blast them off the side of the ship?
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Control water is not
Back
a
into
fifth
the
level
whirlpool.
spell. It is a 4th level spell. So
Gust
I'll
of
cast
wind.
it. If I still have the opportunity, I'll cast it again.
Sure, you have the opportunity.
If we get through the 10 minutes and they're still in the water, then yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, gust of wind doesn't blast anybody off of its feet unless they're in the air, as far as I remember, and being tiny little creatures. But somebody please check.
It's a line of strong winds, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide. Each creature that starts in the turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction
okay.
following the line.
My bad. You can try.
I'm just trying to blast them off the side of the ship as
I will
we're
tell you
flying around.
I will tell you what happens once they're not up yet. So, actually, just a question: how many control waters you can cast? Just curious.
I have three
3
4th level
slots.
spell slots.
So you boom, you hit them again. Let me
Yeah, so for
let
the
me
next
do the
20 minutes, we're going to sit there and control
What's
water.
the distance of this?
300 feet.
200?
3.
No. What?
600?
Where are the Sahuagin compared to the ship?
They've been at 300, evaded this thingy, past the other. They are at 200 now.
Okay.
Where Mera, as soon as they exited the 100 by 100 feet area to the left, she immediately casts Control Water on top of them again. I'm gonna make the save here right now against 17. It's a 14. It's a fail. You catch them again. Their movement, again, disturbed by the whirling whirlpool, and they are hitting each other they're hitting against each other, and
Stop hitting yourself.
and you can see their blood again coming out on the side as the whirlpool pushes out the blood. They are going to roll. On a failed save, they get 2d8, right? Immediately.
Right.
And then we start the disadvantage they wish to escape.
Right.
Let's see how it goes. So 2d8 first, please.
And I won't roll until we're done.
Okay. So you have 2d8. You have 2d8 plus the rounds I'm going to count here, which are going to be with disadvantage +1 on a d20. Let's see. So first round. Oof, almost. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. Eighth. Ninth. 10th. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15th round they escape, so that's 14 rounds plus 1, so 15, that's 30d8 damage.
For anyone who ever doubted Control Water,
Yeah.
Right spell for the right circumstance. Yeah.
it's time to prepare a different spell.
Already?
It's time to rewrite that spellbook.
Oh, right. Drop you.
Reorganize. Let's leave a little space for Control Water. Let's see,
Time-
30d8.
Time to roll?
Make sure you have 30.
I do.
Roll.
That is a very nice feature of Owlbear that it does put the little number
Yeah.
over the dice so you can see how many
Let
you've
me see.
selected.
Let me see how it turns out.
3 hours. Now it's got to sit there and calculate. There's a lot of ones.
140.
Okay, if I didn't kill one of them with the 177 points of damage, that's
Okay.
247
I forgot to add one.
points of damage
Yeah.
plus what
I'm gonna describe.
Enris did
try.
with his eye storm.
Yes. Now what happens
Somebody
is
had to have died.
what what happens here is that this you keep looking at them and you roll, you focus, you concentrate, and you can see them rotating. And as the blood comes out on the sides of the whirlpool, you can also see these dead bodies kind of, just swung out on the side, and they rise to the top of the sea. And on the basically the waves and everything. I mean, this whirlpool on the 200 feet below the surface of the water, of course, moves the top of the water, and there's a bit of a movement there. And from these waves, these Sahuagin, broken dead Sahuagin bodies emerge, and you can see them being their skin is covered by these dark veins. And their skin is darker than usual, and these dark veins just like a webbing kind of cover them. But it's their veins, that's their blood veins, which are super dark and strike through their skin. And these bodies just emerge, broken in half, legs broken off, a really nasty sight. Many, more and more. I mean, especially after these 1.5 minutes of
like a blender.
Blending them, like grinding them. You can see these bodies, more and more bodies emerging, and you can see as they disperse on the water, top of the water, and float away from the ship slowly, and they more and more emerges. You can see that the swarm itself has gone smaller, but they evade your whirlpool. I will give you another chance because the area is double their move, so that's why I'm going to give you another chance, 2 chances for each spell to catch them in the area. But you can see that this has done reasonable damage, but still way not enough to grind them all to death,
So
Let's see.
they're rising at this point is the way you're describing it too, right?
The dead bodies are right.
Oh, just the dead bodies. Okay.
Because the rest is caught there, and they are trying to move 200 feet.
Right.
They are immediately trying to get up, but the area of the spell effect, which is one of the best spells as we see in D&D, it just covers it still. So then Mara, every time she has an action, she can the initiative check. Try to be quicker than them.
Okay, so I need to roll initiative.
Yeah, please. Well, I give you the DC here because their initiative is very simple. It's a D20. It's 14. Is it just a D? Yeah, it's a D. Oh, okay. So you are like, oh no, they are going to exit my spell area, and then you catch them. So your save, their save against. You continue. I'm sorry. You continue with the whirlpool, right?
I mean, stick with what works.
Yeah, they are not so dumb, and you judge it well that this part water thing will not work twice on them. So I give that you once, but they will just swim around in a different way. So let's try. Let's see. Poof! This is their save. They failed. So now the grinding begins. They are at 2. They're at 100. At the end of your initiative, they are at 120, 130 feet, let's say, from the ship. If anybody is concerned about ranges and stuff. Ooh, disadvantage.
Does it look like they are going to be mounting the ship soon?
Yeah, they're going to be mounted, and this is not enough. I'm telling you now. You can see that this is not enough. There is probably way more than you thought there is. So, I mean, number-wise, you've dealt 272 points of damage to them, and they are coming, right?
Right, mate. Drop me on the boat.
So Lars flies low.
And all of okay.
And then hovers where they're going to come out of the water, like let's say 20 feet above the water, readying the actually repulsion breath.
Okay. This is it's a swarm. It won't work, but,
I understand.
but you get,
30 cone. The 30 cone. Yeah, that's not
right. What Aisling does, he jumps behind one of these ballistas, and of course Enris prepares spells as soon as they come closer.
Yeah.
Your heart starts to beat quicker, and your blood pressure rises as you see that this enormous amount of damage and energy that Mara's spell put against them still didn't break their advance. But let's see how many rounds it takes them to escape this one. And she still has one more, so...
Jumping
Oh
off.
my god!
Okay.
First round they escape.
Okay, so I do the 2d8. So we're going to throw an extra 13 points of damage at him.
Mm-hmm.
For just that, because of that first fail. So,
Yeah, sure.
okay.
So third control water. Last
Yeah.
control water.
And Joe, you wanted to say something?
And I was going to say, yeah, Joe was doing something.
Sorry.
Yep, I was gonna say jumping off of Faramalarz's back, giving him a pat as I slide off, and once he hits the deck, casting Guardian of Nature on myself, and using the Primal Beast aspect, and I think he claws into the deck as his body gets covered with fur and fangs elongate, and just gives a big howl and pulls out his battle axe and is ready to just start carving people.
Okay.
The beast, unleash the beast.
This is the first for this, right?
Yes.
All
John,
right.
has the trio seen, or I shouldn't say the trio, has the four of us seen you do this that often?
No, he's never seen himself do this.
Oh, okay.
Even he's surprised by this.
He's like, what?
He's been happy, like he's been clicking, just kind of bouncing back and forth because Mayra's just owning it.
Yeah.
And then I think he stops, just dead, seeing this, and goes wide-eyed.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, you got.
Let's do it.
Oh. Please leave that filter on. Leave the filter on.
That wasn't a filter.
So what strikes Ko is the transformation on one hand. The other is that you look down and Mare's got it. Mare controls them, and then this new spell just they immediately get out of it. Okay, and this was the second try for the second because you were quicker. So Mare looks at you and then casts the third last once, and hopefully that catches them again badly. Right?
Okay. What am I doing?
You do. I'm sorry. You do whatever you want. They are ranges. Let's see ranges. They come out of your spell at 130, as noted before. They move about, let's say, 40 80. Yeah, they do move twice. So.
Well, if they're moving up, I don't need to recast this. If like they're moving to the edges and then trying to still continue to ascend, they're not going to move out of the full range of the spell, right? Because when I recast it the second time, it went 100 feet.
Yeah, but they moved twice now. So I always let you, first check normal, second with an initiative, and they escaped that one. So now your two spells are gone?
I beat them on initiative, though. So they were stuck in the vortex, so they had to just swim out of the vortex.
And I rolled a 17 on their save.
No, that was the next. They failed the save.
Mm-hmm.
They were now trying to get the disadvantage to get out of the vortex because they failed their initial save.
No. They succeeded on their save. It was a
They
17.
failed the initial save. They saved and then they escaped.
They escaped, and then
on the disadvantage they succeeded on the disadvantage.
Right, they
on
succeeded
the 15th round, and then next action you use to catch them, they roll a strength saving throw, which was 17, which I just rolled. So they escaped your spell altogether on the second time when you rolled for initiative. So now they are at 60 feet below you. They can move next round they can move up to the ship, but now you can catch them still with one last vortex if you want.
With
If I
your
want.
third spell.
And also with your third spell,
Right?
and also yes, with your third spell,
I'm tracking.
and also Enris can shoot his lightning bolts and all.
Yeah. And-
Right. Go ahead, Tommy.
And Lars can do the lightning breath as well.
I don't know the range of that, but yeah. And then also
60.
please check. I guess the ballista can also shoot into water from there.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
So how many Sahuagin are there?
There's
Force.
over there's like 50 to 80. It's a swarm of Sahuagin.
Okay. So what we're saying is we still need like area effect stuff in order to
Yeah, you need to hack and slash and damage them badly because they are still at it, and there's many of them. So I mean, these almost 300 hit points, got third of them or so, just to put it into perspective. Okay, this is a war unit, so it's like an army.
right.
Of
So basically
Sahuagin.
we're taking out the Sahuagin right here.
Like, one unit. This monster is a unit of dark blood Sahuagin. This is a unit of Sahuagin. This is like you were fighting. Like imagine it as if you were fighting on a field against, I don't know, like 50 armed, warriors. It's the same with Sahuagin.
John has a question about what we've probably experimented with. Have we all experimented with the breath weapon that the ship has? Would we know if we can, like, if that's gonna help it?
It's gonna help, of course. You need to
Okay.
push the button.
So then, Ko being the tactician, what I'm assuming the breath weapon's going to impact more than ballista, right?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, Ko wants to see something pretty, and he hasn't done anything flashy. So I
Please
think
look up the breath weapon.
he would flip with his echo to be right next to Mayra because she was there at the control panel, and then have it echo towards the middle. And then when the Sahuagin, it sounds like they're probably about in range of the breath weapon. I mean, he's just hovering and just looking.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, first what happened? So you run to this control desk and, Mara, which one is the breath weapon? The red one with the flames on it. and then Mara casts a control water, which we'll see how she can utilize here. And then
I'm not
Enris,
using control water again.
no control water. And then Enris,
Yeah, I did the 2 times.
Enris will shoot the lightning bolts for sure. Feromalars, if they're in range, will breathe on them. What else? And we might rule that you can't shoot into the water with the ballistas. So yeah,
Okay,
not
so-
the.
Mayra is going to, for this next action, so they're about 60 feet below. Mayra has been on the helm of the ship, kind of going through these motions for the control water. And so we'll add a little bit of color there for how she does control water.
Please.
Kylie, it's almost like a dance, but it's a dance with very forceful movements that as you're kind of moving through the swirl and things.
Yeah.
So that they're very sharp movements that go through it. And there's a little bit of wind that picks up and kind of blows her hair as Kylie's power rises. So then at this point, seeing them come closer, I do want to confirm because she's not going to get all 80 of them or 50 or whatever is actually there, but she is going to, she has trident
And shield.
that she's had there, and she's going to strike the 2, and she's going to dive into the water, and nose dive down 30 feet and standing there, and then she's going to get to a cluster and cast destructive wave.
Which does what?
Each creature you choose within 30 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or take 5d6 thunder damage, as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage, my choice, and be knocked prone. I don't know how prone works in the water, if that's a thing.
Swarm immune to prone. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, a creature. Okay, fine. A creature that succeeds on its saving throw will take half damage and is not knocked prone. Which
All
the prone
right. Let's
not
see this seed.
I love it. I love it.
Let's see this seed. So first, before two things happen simultaneously. One is Henry shooting that lightning bolt. What's the DC? 14?
14, yeah.
14. Their save is 8. The damage is 8d6, right?
Yep.
Oh, you rolled it already. Thanks. Which is...
Get him!
32.
317.
And Lars goes into the water a little bit, shoots the lightning breath, and then comes back out
In the
20
air.
feet in the air.
What's the DC? It's
16.
man, it's 19. The swarm just gets thinner where you hit them with the lightning.
I can just see Ko and Rax like on the boat being like,
That's 33.
any minute.
Oh, sorry, 38.
Any minute.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a cap of water breathing. You can breathe underwater. Get down there, boy.
No, 100%.
Double no. All right, and the next thing after these lightning strikes and all, Feromilars gets into the water first, and then you can see them very closely, like 40 feet ahead of you. This swarm of Sahuagin in a blood frenzy coming at you, and then you breathe on them and get out of the water very fast. And you would think nobody dares to face them alone, but then comes Mera, and she jumps. Yep.
Dragon figurehead?
Wait, we're never near that yet. And then she jumps into the water and waits for these to come, and they come like a swarm of piranhas just around her. And we will make an initiative roll in a moment. But as they pass her, because they're a big swarm, they start fighting her where she's at, but they also get past her and start climbing the ship. And this is when Ko pushes the button and this fire comes out of the mouth.
And
of
I
the
do want to
silver
say
dragon.
that Mayra's intent was not thinking she was going to start, but it was at least to get, because that's her natural element, that we can at least fight them in both places. Now we've got air, land, and water. We are a full-on...
Full coverage. Well, they are swarms, so they pass you. Some stay there. The rest climbs up. Rax just howls at them, and you see 5 of these Sahuagin faces popping up, and you smash them. Let's start with an initiative. Tommy, please help. I need to change
I'm putting
the
it.
map.
No, don't. I'm
Don't.
putting it on a note, and I'll handle it separately.
All right, good, great.
There's no need. So everybody, tell me what your initiative is.
Please.
Please.
27.
One sec. 20. Rex is 27. R6 15.
17.
17 for Cole.
12 for the Sahuagin.
12 for the
Swarm.
Sahuagin. Knight.
And Mayra is 14.
14 for Mera.
Knight is 2.
2. And Enris.
I will check his 5. Maybe 6. I will
So
check.
6. Let's say 6.
Actually,
Okay.
Actually, it's 5. Okay, please, but do handle
Yeah.
Enris and the Knight. The Knight.
Yeah.
Aishlin will use the ballista for sure. I mean, that's the biggest damage output he can produce here.
Alright. Rex is up.
Yeah. Is it? What time of day is it?
I will.
You always worry when your players ask you. That seems random.
Yeah. What's the name of the
How's
NPC?
my tummy
This
feeling
is
right now?
afternoon, so this is 7 p.m. exactly.
Okay, so it's not dark outside.
No.
Okay, great. Are there
It's
any?
getting.
Are there any? It's getting there. Are there any sea devils on the boat?
Yeah, they are climbing. They are like swarming up now.
Great.
So
Then
a
it's,
lot of them will come up in a moment. They will swarm.
Oh, in a moment. Okay. There's no one to attack right now, like on the side of the boat or anything like
Well,
that.
yeah, there are. I mean, you wait for them and you can attack them. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Charge over to the side of the boat. And can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Oh, silly Joe. All right, yeah. Charge over to the side of the boat. Ooh, what do we got here? And start hitting things.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Hold on one second. New stuff. Let's try not to slow things down here. Cast control. Sahuagin. Let's see here. Force axe. Oh, we get advantage too. Great spell. Good lord. If you haven't used Guardian of Nature, folks, this is a nice piece of business right here.
We're
Great.
just demonstrating the
Expertise.
best spells there are.
I mean, listen, this is a lot of. I never thought I would cast this. I was like, "There's no way, no." Rax wouldn't, and I was like, oh, "Yeah, no, for sure he would."
I put a face of a Sahuagin here just for show, just so, for you guys to see one.
Let's see here.
Where is it? Oh, it's there.
Okay, more. Hold on one second. I'm adding things up. This is only the first time I'll have to do this.
No worries. So while you're doing this,
First attack is 20.
that's a hit.
Not natural. Dirty.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Well,
Alright, cool.
what you know about these
That's
creatures for
way
sure
racist.
is that if they smell your blood, they are going to go into a frenzy.
Nice. I like it. Great. And then I'm going to add. This is the first roll, first hit here.
The other thing really
Doing 15?
interesting, 15?
Yep. And he gets 2 attacks.
I need to
It's a
count.
hit. It's an easy hit.
Oh, 15 is the next AC or the damage?
No, 15 is the damage on the first
Oh,
hit.
sorry.
Okay,
My bad.
adding it all up.
Okay. If that one's not dead, oh, that's a natural. Then I'm going to hit the same one again if he doesn't fall.
This is not one of them falling. So you hit 15, the Sahuagin, actually, the one you're hitting doesn't die, but it's all,
Great.
it's a swarm. So you're
Right.
fighting the swarm here.
Just fighting the swarm, right? The next one is a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
So that is going to be 4. Boom, and a da-da, and a boom boom to go with it. Great. So that is 11, and then I roll that again, right? For damage. Great. Do, 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 do. There you go. Is that 23?
23. I'm adding everything up in my pocket calculator.
Take that.
Yeah.
He feels cool. He feels like he's
Yeah,
like,
you-
he looks at Faramallars, but like we sound the same.
You claw into one of these and then it just you claw. These are the two attacks, or no? You
He's
go
using his battle axe.
Yeah. So you hit one on the side and the same one on the head, and it collapses, and yeah. So you fight them and kill them. Who's next?
That's my round.
Next is Cole.
Yep. Pushing the button. I mean, they're still in the water, so it's more effective
Yeah.
than.
Tommy, did you check?
Yes, DC 13 and 86 fire.
DC 13. Clumsy fire, but still. That's a save. Roll the damage, please. John. 8d6.
why can't I count?
And let's halve it.
Ooh. All right, 19. So, what? Round up or down? 9.
All right. So these Sahuagin, especially the ones who climb up on the figurehead, the first surprise they have is that they claw into the side, and then they see that there's a shimmering, of this or flicker of this silver dragon scale, and it's a red one, and then it's fire on their faces, but they are wet. They can take it well, so you see that doesn't slow them that much. Who's next?
Lars is next. No recharge.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Claw bite.
Yeah, so Lars gets emboldened by Mayra's act, and also plunges into the water, takes a dive, and just starts ripping and shredding. And
Okay, make your attack rolls, please.
I'm making attack rolls. 999.
Making attack rolls is fun.
Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Okay.
That's a hit.
15.
That's a
And
hit.
26. And
Almost 20. That's a hit as well.
that's not a 20. All right. So
Add it all up, roll it
add
all
it
up.
all up. Okay. 2d10. Beam. Plus 46. Then 34. Plus 15. Bum, 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 bum. How much? 39.
Wow.
That's nice. So you rip two of these Sahuagin apart, and you can see their dark blood flowing all over. I mean, in the water is just a field of black ink, sort of. Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Whose turn is it?
Whose turn is it anyway? Mayra's.
Oh yes. Now let's see. They are all around you. They're in the water, bloop, 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 and they are everywhere. Above you, below you, to your right, to your left.
The bait ball.
Cast your spell, please.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast Destructive Wave. So it'll affect each creature I choose within 30 feet. And they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw, which the DC is 17.
Constitution saving throw. With a +1.
10d6.
Here you go. That's a failed save.
Awesome. Okay. So it is going to be 10d6. 5d6 of that is thunder damage.
They
And
take it
5d6
all. They take it all.
And 5d6 will be radiant. So I'm just going to roll all of it. Come on. Do good. Do good. 38.
Pretty
Yeah,
nice.
that's not great, but
Ah, it's good.
and so 38 points of damage. with
Okay,
the
so you're all surrounded by these, and then
Wait, Gabi, individual creatures within a unit can be considered as multiple targets for the purposes of non-area spells that have multiple targets.
yeah. So, but this is an area spell.
It's not. It has many targets. Choose as a number of targets equal to whatever.
How many targets does this have?
It's every creature you choose within 30 feet. So 30
Okay.
feet around her.
So it has multiple targets, right? Like Mass Cure Wounds is our example, which also has multiple targets.
What's the rule
It's the
again?
same one,
What-
same
give me a
technique.
page. Give me a page. Page.
Koto 643. That's why I'm looking at it.
6. It's
Mass cure is choose up to 6 creatures in a, so it's similar to Mass Cure Wounds, which
What
is
was the
our
creation?
example.
Here. This is effect. Effect on offense of business.
Effects. The
Individual
last
creatures
sentence.
within a unit. can be considered as multiple targets for personal non-area spells that have multiple. Yeah, but this doesn't have a limit, so
No, it has a limit.
no. This is all the creatures within a 30 feet area.
Yeah, that's not all of
30,
them.
30
obviously,
feet
but
radius. Well, yeah, it's a bit of a math.
30-foot radius covers all of them.
Yeah.
Because it's a 50-foot space.
So it's all of them. What's the damage again? How does this deal damage?
It does. So
Each creature would take 10d6, right?
Right. So, and I rolled 30. I rolled 38 points of damage.
This is rules bending.
Kind of.
You can't annihilate all of them. So you deal this damage. I give you. You put me in a very hard position.
I think the sea devils are in a tough
I'm just
spot.
listening because I have no idea what you guys are looking at.
That's
So-
good. That's good. So let's just consider you did 38 damage. Let's consider this is an area spell. Like any area spell deals individually to each of them. I mean, this rule that we created was for spells that have targets, basically, and limited targets where you can heal or damage. Let's not go into this one. Let's do a Mind Blast episode on this one later about rules lawyering. Who's next? Aishlin? No, it's
I would give the 8 multiplier that the unit uses, because they multiply their damage by 8 because they surround you.
But that's another thing as well. Huh? Let's move on. Whose turn is it?
The Sahuagin's turn.
The Sahuagin. Alright, now what happens is they swarm around Mera.
I'm also there, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
I went out.
Oh, you're
my
right.
bad.
They swarm around Mera, and they're climbing over the edge and swarm around Rex, who's hacking and slashing them in a beast form. And Ko turns around from the bottom, and they are everywhere, coming from the figurehead and from the sides, and they all make one attack roll against each 3 of you. Oh no, actually, because they surround Aishlin, poor Aishlin, and also Enris. And can Enris move to the
has-
air or something?
He has invisibility. And sorry, Lars is there because he didn't take the disengage action. So after the, no attack of opportunity.
What? I'm sorry, I'm more focused on what Enris can do. Can you check?
Enris can do invisibility, fog cloud, web.
No. He wants to escape, so he goes invisible and climbs one of the masts.
Well, he did water breathing, so he can go invisible into the water. By the way.
Not the safest choice. So he goes up one of the masts, or just moves, tries to avoid the Sahuagin, but probably up the mast is where they don't basically climb up just from nothing. So they swarm the top deck and don't climb the mast. So that's where he climbs. Of course, if he does anything and becomes visible, that's another issue. But in this turn, he does this. Well, he did this before because he's last in the turn, but now the Sahuagin. And now the Sahuagin. Sahuagin swarm bites and claws.
Are they going to go after my echo? Because that's going to be a thing.
Oh yes, they are.
Okay.
Well, they are 50 feet radius. So so this is why we should have used the map, because the ship is over 50 feet. Okay, so they move together. So we could rule that all of, but basically everybody except for Cole went in front of them. So like Mera jumped into their midst, and Rax wanted to confront them where they were. So I could say, Cole, maybe you're left out because You're 30 feet away still from the 50 feet radius swarm. Let's do it this way because they don't cover all the ship, and this is also why maybe they don't attack your echo. Maybe they don't attack Aishlin. Let's see now their attacks against Mera, which is a bite, AC 7, claw, AC 21.
Her AC is a 20.
Okay, so these are all the bites and all the claws from the swarm. Are they at half their hit points already?
No.
No. Almost, by the way.
Almost.
But no. So they deal 8d4 plus 8 claw damage. That's d4 times 8. Plus 8. This is the claw damage, 30.
Okay, they do 30 points of damage. Her metal bracelet, as a reaction, I'm going to speak the command word, and it's going to absorb the 30 points of damage.
Nice. So this aura surrounds you, and their claws just scratch it, and their bites. You can shake off the bites. Their claws are the ones that reached you better, but you come out of this unharmed.
No, because their claws are not just natural claws. They're
The necrotic.
necrotic claws.
So, but if I didn't take any damage,
It's all together, slashing plus necrotic. But can you? I mean, I don't know what the rule for that is. The damage is more than 30, so
it causes it only, you said it did 30 points of damage.
yeah, but it does more.
For what?
Gabor forgot about the necrotic
The
damage.
necrotic damage.
Oh, it
which
does.
is
It does necrotic damage on top of it.
55 total. Yeah.
Gotcha.
55,
Okay.
but I don't know how your amulet works. Does it absorb all damage from the first attack, or what's the rule?
All it you can use a reaction after taking damage, speak the command word, and it causes a magical ward to take the damage instead, up to 30 points.
Up to 30. Okay, so you take 25 damage.
Right.
Right. Which is again a bit of a rule, what kind of damage you take? Necrotic? I don't know. But anyway, this is 25 damage because you're not resistant to either. So now it goes beast form Rex, surrounded by this Sahuagin. They bite at you, +5, that's an AC 10, and they claw at you with an attack of AC 13. So they try to claw and bite at you, but you move out. I guess AC 13 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
So you move out. Basically, that's your dexterity probably that saves you. But if not, they are just too weak to get through your armor, and you move. You shift your position so they can't catch you. The rest of you are out of the.
Oh, Lars is there.
Lars is there as well. So okay then. You backed for it, brother. That's 12. So
Nope.
not even close. And then their bite 16.
No.
Okay, so
Dragonhide.
Dragonhide protects you perfectly. What do you guys do? Oh, it's Enris and...
Enris and yeah.
Okay, what was the attack with the...
Enris can do lightning bolts, or stay quiet.
That's a dilemma. Well, if he does, he will get ripped apart, so he doesn't do lightning bolt. Aishlin, on the other hand, fires.
Hates the Sahuagin.
And he scores a hit and deals 3d10 points of damage. 14 points of damage. This one goes through 2 of the Sahuagin. One of them dies. And it's next turn.
Rex leads us in this battle.
Let's try to do this before we somewhere.
Sorry, Joe. What you
Yeah,
saying?
no, I was completely muted. We are going to swing things and hope we hit things. Let's do it. Let's do it again. We're gonna roll with let's see here, plus 11 and advantage.
Amazing. Boom.
First roll is 29.
That's a hit.
Let's do some damage, as they say in France. Come on. 4. Boom. 16. Second roll. Advantage. Roll. That is an 18. Doing. Getting better at this. Doing 17. Ooh, how's that taste?
Well, you smash one of their heads and cut off a limb, a fishy limb, and I think, let me check, they are at half their hit points, which is very important considering swarms, but maybe not. I'll see.
Less damage.
Ah, almost, almost, yeah.
Co's up.
Okay, so Echo Knight has some fun abilities that I definitely want to back.
Oh, you're breaking them. Go ahead.
Oh,
I can translate. He said control water.
okay, so and maybe I need to make a roll for it. Do I think one hit to either our companions at this point from the swarm would like put them out? If
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, probably
Okay.
rip them apart.
Okay,
I mean, it's 8 Sahuagin who with necrotic claws, not normal Sahuagin. They, anything they touch withers around. Like they touch even the wood of the ship, it goes a bit, darker and withered.
Okay. So you're saying that it sounds like it's kind of like we're walking into the horde to a certain extent on the ship. They haven't overcame me.
You're out of the swarm, but you can see Rax slashing at them, and you can see the water. In the water, it's Feromilars and Mera taking them on, and you can move on this swarm and get engulfed and hack and slash them.
Okay. So because
Or
of the,
use your echo and get out.
because the importance of trying to be a defender, you see Ko's Echo just raise, like starts flying, and just hovers. He's going to use this just in case action, and then you see because Rax did it, Ko's got to do it too. Just a roar, and he just dives in to attack. So we'll unleash the 3.
The 3 that is 6.
3 that is 6.
Well, I don't have it. I used my tax surge already for today, unfortunately.
You can consider yourself rested and all, because you wouldn't start the journey without max hit points and getting back.
Okay, well, thank you very much. All right. First roll of 18.
That's a hit. Did you not all consider your characters being fully rested?
No.
Okay.
I figured we really hadn't stopped to take a short rest or anything.
Okay, I thought you would. Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
All right. Damage.
Let's just roll all of your attacks first.
Okay.
I guess it's easier.
Okay.
All 3 of
That's
them.
1 hit. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
That's 1 natural. That's 2. That's another hit.
Indeed. So
Final
now,
one. Another 25. So all hit with 1 crit.
add it all up and roll your damage.
Okay, so 6 times 4 and 2, so 12d8.
So now you use action surge, right?
Oh wait, that wouldn't be the critical, which would be another round. So that would be 14 d8.
This is all action surge rested cool, right?
Yes, yes. Since you're allowing it, I will gladly take it.
Yeah. No, I thought. I mean, there was
All
no
right, so
pressure.
that's 60 plus 12, so 70. No, 60 plus 24. Yeah. So 84 damage.
84. So you jump into the midst and start hacking, slashing with each of your hits, sword swings, crystal sword swings. There's a Sahuagin falling. 84 altogether. You put them way above half damage. So I mean, all your efforts so far paid off. This army of Sahuagin have been half cut down.
And for the flavor of it, you see Ko is taking a different stance since it's a swarm versus just a few enemies. Much more wider strokes, bigger stance, like he's hunkered down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just a little more almost on all fours, but not quite.
Okay. So who's next? Hello?
Oh, don't. Tommy, you are muted.
Oh, maybe don't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted, so no recharge. Yeah, continue just eating Sahuagin and spitting them out.
Okay, do it quickly.
Just doing like a seagull. Just doing the
Okay, 26,
Hit.
25,
Hit.
12. 12 is a hit also, right?
Right. That's their AC.
Nice. Okay. No, sorry. I wanted to do something else,
Which was what?
which was fog cloud.
Underwater?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. There's a cloud of particles flying all around.
I would try to do it so Mayra's not in it, if that's possible.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, sure. You move a bit and.
All right. Okay, so that's what Lars does.
Okay, who's next?
Next is Mayra.
And then who's next after Mary?
Then Sahuagin,
Okay.
then Enris, and
Go ahead.
then I.
Okay. So Mayra is we're what about 20, 30 feet underwater
Yeah.
in this mass? Okay. So Mayra is going to, with the light trickling in from the sun and sky above as it's fading through, and she is going to call lightning.
Okay.
There it is. So it is going to, she's surrounded, so she's just calling lightning, choosing a point that has a swarm and going.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
it's each creature within 5 feet of the point makes a Dex saving throw, and she's actually going to cast this at 4th level.
Okay, so there is no target. It's an area. I forgot that it works like that. So it's like a 5-foot radius, basically.
Right. Basically, yeah, it's like a bolt of lightning comes down and just goes, and then a 5-foot radius around it.
So it can
catches
damage. Okay. I will give you a 4 times multiplier on this because they're thick in the mist and this is an area. No, actually, how does this work? Anyway, I'm sorry. This is one swarm. I'm always getting confused with swarm effects. This is one swarm, one attack, one hit point. Go ahead. What's the DC?
Okay. My other question is, what was the weather? Is it stormy?
No,
Stormy
it
conditions?
was a mild wind,
light,
light wind.
light wind.
When you
It's
cast
good
call
fishing
lightning,
weather, I can tell you that.
right? When you cast call lightning in stormy conditions, you get to add damage to it. So,
Okay.
all right, but she is casting at 4th level, so it's going to be 3d10 lightning plus 1. They get a dex save. It's a DC 17
They
on
fail.
the save,
They failed their.
and they fail. I like it. So now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 d10. Really doesn't do that. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm going to roll a bunch of 1s,
Oh, bunch of 2s.
a bunch of 2s.
Oh my
3
god.
points of damage! Yay! But
Okay.
it's shocking.
But it's shocking.
Hey, does
and
the lightning do anything in the water? Did we make any calls
no,
about
no.
lightning going through the water?
So, I'm going to add the damage counter here, 618. A lot of damage has been dealt to these Sahuagin. These Sahuagin are swarming on top of the ship. They are swarming under the ship. Mara calls lightning on them. Rex slashes at them with his battle axe. Cole just went in like a whirling blade and cut down 6 of them in one hit or one quick move. Feromalars rips them apart like a hungry what's the name
Dragon?
again? Like a hungry dragon, yeah. and Enris is positioned halfway up a mast invisibly to avoid them, while Aishlin with daring bravery fires into the midst of the Sahuagin, hoping that they don't come his way and rip him apart like a little stick he is compared to them. But today I think we need to finish here and continue. This session was brought to you by Sahuagin of the darkest blood. I know these combat situations get a bit stretched out, but you have met your Sahuagin for today, and this is basically why you came, and you will find out more about them very, very soon. I would like to ask you briefly if you had anything, if you have anything to add, any feelings you would like to express, or thoughts to share.
Well, I got a couple. I love it when a half caster becomes a full caster. It's beautiful. It is. It reminds you that the flexibility and creativity of your build, it just can pay off over and over and over again.
Yeah,
for sure. I love to see it, and it cinematically, while it takes so many rules, like when you do that image in your head of what it looks like, I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
exactly.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. The other thing that I love, and one of the reasons that I like D&D in this genre of things, is the back and forth of like I don't understand, and you work through it to get to an understanding, even if it's not what either want, but like it's the story that drives and we're wanting to get there. Like, I like seeing that, and I think we forget about it in our days and age of like, well, we can all compromise a little this, but we get to the heart of the story and we get to have the fun of using our pretty characters. I love it. So those are my two.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
I'll jump in and say I think it's fun to find a swarm, and I think swarms are something that at least I know as a someone who runs games, I tend to avoid bringing a swarm in because I'm like, oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I'm want to, but I think this has been just really beautifully done and so much fun, and I appreciate the cinematic quality of it. It's nice as these are higher level characters, so it's nice to see an overwhelming force.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that change up? I mean, I know, for Rax, he'd be very comfortable like hanging back and popping off shots with Celeste, but it's like there's too many targets to just be doing that. So even though he's still only getting 2 attacks, It feels more visceral. It feels more kind of overwhelmed. I can picture things like crawling up and like knocking stuff back.
And also
just
turning into
everywhere.
this beast monster
Yeah,
form.
and I
It's
do-
fun with the battle axe and every swing
Yeah.
hits. And it's just,
It's a lot of fun. He's hung out with these super cool people for so long, and he gets to hang out with his dragon. He's like, I want to do something. I do also I think his force axe, when it comes down, I think it sounds like a train. I think it goes when it comes down to hit. So it's never anything he could use in stealth. It makes a big whistle. But yeah, incredible. John nailed that cinematic kind of feel, especially when Mayra dove into the water and was like just like unloading with spells. I was like, I just want a poster of that. Of this paladin in the water with her trident, lightning.
Oh, I know what
around,
April is getting
Sahuagin-
for her birthday.
Sahuagin like coming in from the darkness and like getting split apart. I just am so here for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I am sorry because I did mean to add some flavor with Mayra raising her trident as she called down lightning.
It was
For the honor of Grayskull.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on, but yeah.
Oh my god, I got the music going in my head now.
Thank you for the opportunity to. I do appreciate also the complexity of, as you know, like Joe, I also DM, so it's when you have something like that, how much there is to keep track of, and then of course your players, it's like the best conceived plans and whatever you've done, then your players come in and it's like, okay, right. And it's not shenanigans or anything. It's just, I'm going to use this. And there's so many different ways that D&D can go.
Yeah.
So hat tip to you, Gebor, for and Tommy, your co-DM player, for managing all of that.
I couldn't have done it without Toby, so he needs to keep track of so many things that I can, and also this swarm and putting it into realistic rules setting.
It's a unit, and we started it in Crown. So it's like army units basically, and you can make them from any.
What page is that?
Many pages, multiple pages.
Is the unit of?
Wait a minute! Now I need to go look and go back through there. Do you actually have?
Yeah, we have there's an art of war section. Basically, it's like half a page.
Yeah,
so
it's very simple.
Super simple.
We try to simplify it very easy. So,
I love it.
643 of Crown.
So we wanted to do mass combat. Well, let's not spoil it for Joe.
Yeah, no spoilers, but introducing army and we.
Joe is listening very intently.
I'm sorry. Can you? What page was that?
And so you can make units from anything, and it is a challenge kind of to set them up because they have multipliers with this. So this one. No spoilers here. It's like 100 D20 HD monster, basically.
Right.
Like over 1,000 HP.
Over 1,000 hit points.
Yeah.
Because the Sahuagin by themselves are pretty strong, and they're
There's
not,
50 of them.
and there's like 50 to 100 of them. So,
Right. It's always interesting to read, at least to me, to read on how people have managed the whole mass combat. How do you represent it so that it feels dynamic and threatening and all of those things, and still gives your players an opportunity to, how do you keep it focused on them and not just become okay, page 643.
Check it out. We also have a Mind Blast episode with Trekiros on discussing this, but we can talk about this later as well. Well, I would like to thank you all for joining and watching us. Thank you to John for coming, and April and Joe. They run twice the dice where they play Crowd of the Oathbreaker. And I recommend, Tommy recommends, everybody recommends watching it. It's linked in the description below. Please check out elderbrain.com if you're interested in Torrents of the Spellhoarder, or Crown of the Oathbreaker, or /end, and our future projects like Scepter of the Lightbringer, which we're writing right now. Maybe when you're watching this is already out. We'll see. Time is a strange thing. And catch us on Discord. Please also like and subscribe to keep track of our future sessions, and hope to see you soon in the next session. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.